Trench's new taking a stand, making jokes, laughing in front of Oblock 5, basically saying, I'm here to get back for FBG Brick. Think about it. That's what he did when he went on the stand. He basically sat up there and said, this is my way of getting back for FBG Brick, FBG Duck. I got your back, Mama Duck. That's how he felt on that stand yesterday. And I think he came off mad disrespectful and actually put a bigger target on his back. Now, let's read and see what the Sun Time had to say in the picture they painted about what happened in the courtroom yesterday. Because this dude called himself the MJ of YouTube. He was really up there acting a fool.
Over the course of nearly 2,000 YouTube videos, Martell Wiley has always covered his face to discuss the often violent intersection of Chicago's gang and rap cultures. But Wiley ditched his signature mask Thursday and took the stand in the federal trial surrounding the brazen killing of rapper FBG Duck. In doing so, he revealed himself as a longtime government informant who's been paid handsomely for his cooperation.
Okay, so something I wanted to touch on is the fact that they talking about how he's been paid for over a decade. I think he's been paid more than $25,000 over a decade, right? Because I hear people saying, oh, $25,000 for over a decade is not enough. No, that $25,000 is just on a federal side only. Once he got questioned for this whole federal thing and he started, helping with this whole FBG Duck investigation, that's where the $25,000 15 installments come in. We don't know what the other payments were prior 10 years ago or whatnot. It could have been way different. It could have been $200 a pop. Who knows, right? Because remember, in one of the statements and some of the paperwork that we saw, it said he was calling the station back, asking for certain payments or whatnot. Like, I guess he probably was like, yo, you guys owe me, or where's my payments or whatever. You know what I mean? So it shows that he's got paid 2 different times in 2 different ways, right? So it's got to be more than $25,000. Let's continue.
For his cooperation. Speaking in quick bursts, Wiley cursed, cracked jokes, and discussed his close connections to both the victim and defendants, some of whom he identified in surveillance footage. His tone and tenor close-up resembled the videos he's posted to his popular Trenches News YouTube channel, which he has repeatedly used to discuss the case.
You see, he was up there like, yo, it's your boy Trenches News. Shout out to C-Hood. Shout out shout out to Hungry Mamas and all that stuff. Like he was up there acting a fool. Let's continue with this.
I'm Michael Jordan on YouTube. Wiley boasted about the channel, which has about 114,000 subscribers. During his testimony, he acknowledged that he reached out to law enforcement and offered to help shortly after FBG Duck, real name Carlton Weekly, was gunned down in the Gold Coast neighborhood on August 4, 2020. He noted that he was close friends with Duck's slain brother and described Duck as one of the coolest, smoothest dudes. And that's why I'm here today, for him, said Wiley, who greeted Duck's mother as he left the courtroom.
You see, this dude's not going nowhere. Unless somebody off his head, he's not going nowhere, bro. Ever since 6ix9ine did what he did, and he was able to come back and still show that he can still do numbers and have a fan base, he opened the door for all these dudes to think they could do the same thing. This is the biggest highlight of his life. He's feeling like he's on top of the world right now. He's feeling like when he gets back home, he's going to be able to do the numbers is going to go up based on how much he's going to charge for interviews. People is going to pay him the money for the interviews because they're going to want to get I don't know, man. This is crazy to me, man. It's insane. But for those that think he's going somewhere, he's not going nowhere. Because even though this is killing him inside, because I know when he go to sleep at night, he must feel like, yeah, I made it, but I did sell myself out. But who knows? He probably doesn't give a shit, right? As you can see, he was acting up. And as he was walking out, he smirked at Mama Duck like, I got you. I couldn't picture the look on the Oblock 5 face watching him on that stand. I know that when they get a chance, I know somebody's already speaking on how they're going to take this dude and what kind of bag they're going to drop on his head. They're going to make it a point. Trust me.
Meanwhile, Defense attorneys pressed the government for information about Wiley's prior cooperation with the Bureau, which goes back more than a decade.
You see, so they're saying that goes back a decade. So again, that was the rah-rah case, right? That's the case that he said that one of his boys got killed in Oblock, and they try to say that he had something to do with it, and that's why he had to leave Oblock, and he ended up on 63rd. And that, that's how the whole story he told back on that case. Shout out to Loyalty and Betrayal, right? Because she been breaking it down, and she been the first one to really do the search and the digging on this paperwork or whatnot. He told on that case. And when he told on that case, so he's the one who gave the gun to the guy who killed the guy on our rah-rah case or whatnot, right? He tells on that case, because remember, he would have got charged with accessory to murder because he was the one who gave the gun over to the guy who shot and killed whoever, right? So when that happened, now he becomes an informant, because now they're pretty much on some like, yo, you owe us. You work for us, because if you don't, we can come back and charge you. And one of the recent interviews he did, he admits that he has to tell, because they're going to bring up stuff that he's done in the past. After we finish reading the paperwork, I'm going to share that clip with you guys. Stay tuned.
They are expected to begin cross-examining Wiley Monday, when the trial resumes. At the end of Thursday's questioning, Judge Martha Pacole told him that he technically remains on the stand until then and shouldn't discuss the case in the meantime.
A lot of people is talking about all these interviews that people's done with him, that they're going to be looking over to be careful because they're coming to snatch people up and all that. That's not the case. What the Oblock 5 attorneys is saying is, we want to see this paperwork. We want to be able to look into details and see why he told before, what was offered, what you know what I'm saying? Because now what they do is they use that, and they use a strategy on how to cross-examine him while he's on the stand. Because, they want to be able to show something. They want to be able to defend their clients to the best of their ability. So that's all that is. They're not going to be able to just come back and say, oh, we're going to go back and charge this dude for this and this dude for that. This is not what they're doing. That's not what the case is. Defensive attorneys are asking for the paperwork on interviews that he's done and stuff like that. And they want the paperwork on the case that he told back 10 years ago. And what was he paid? Like, does he do this for fun? Can we really rely on his testimony? That's why they want the paperwork.
Pacole told him that he technically remains on the stand until then and shouldn't discuss the case in the meantime. I won't go on YouTube, he said with a smirk. I promise. Certainly not, Pacole responded.
You see, so the judge told him he can't go on YouTube because you're basically still on the stand. So this is what happens. When you're called to testify, you're basically... So remember how they were saying he's missing like a day or two before he was due to testify? That's because they want to make sure that you're secure and you're ready to testify. So they'll come snatch you up, bring you to a hotel room 24 hours prior, 48 hours prior, leave you in a hotel room. You can't have no social media, none of that. You're a state witness, you're a federal witness, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, you are their property for that time being. So that's what the judge said. But whether you understand or not, right now you remain on the stand. So you are not to be on social media or making no videos or talking about the case until we say you're done speaking and you're done testifying or whatnot. That's what that means. So he's coming back to YouTube, man. He's unless they smoke his ass on the way out the courthouse, he's coming back to YouTube, and he's gonna act like he's bigger than ever. We're gonna watch this clip on how he spoke about how the feds could bring up old charges on him if he didn't testify.
Your phone, or did they pull up on you?
Oh no, they just popping up, bro.
At your crib.
Like, yeah, this ain't like I said, man, this ain't no motherfucker. CPD. This ain't none of that, bro. A lot of people be saying like what they gonna do and all that, bro. Hey, look, you can say that shit. It sound good. You hear me? Yeah. It sound good. Then on top of that, then other get to popping up where you like refuse like that you done been involved in or could have been involved in, and it trickle like it'll get deeper, bro.
So when they came
shout out to Ghetto Report.
They had,
if you know, you know. 100 likes went within 1,000 views. We're giving out a free t-shirt. We're picking out a winner out the comment section. Make sure you drop your like on the comment section. Bossy, you two, let's get it.